Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I have not recorded a video in forever, so I'm a little bit rusty. I'm a little bit camera shy, so definitely just like work with me. So first things first, I know I'm in like a new environment. I'm actually sitting in my car at the park. I wanted to get out and go for a walk, but for those of you that don't know, I just moved to Georgia, and with me moving here, I'm still kind of like confused on everything. This is definitely, Atlanta is definitely a large place. So in my search of like trying to find a park to not only walk but also record my video at, because I just was craving outdoors today, I could not find anything. I for some reason couldn't find anything. So this park is like around the corner from my house, and it started to get dark and so on and so forth. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna park here, start my video, do what I gotta do, and then wrap it up, because today's just not my day. It's just not. But I wanted to come to you guys because it's the first week of September. I don't know why my lighting keeps going in and out. Let's see. Okay, it's the first week of September, and I really wanted to give you guys some motivation. If you follow me on social media, you know that my biggest thing is like life encouragement and like motivation and self-development and all that good stuff. But I have not been able to actually articulate that on my YouTube channel, just because this past like year I've been so focused on moving that I just posted videos whenever I really could and not really on like a consistent schedule. But now that I'm moved, now that I'm somewhat settled in, I'm ready to kind of make sure that everything that I say will be on my channel is actually on my channel. One of those being life encouragement. So every first week of the month you will get a like monthly motivational video from me. I hope that you guys not only watch these videos but share them with other people, because I feel like motivation is what moves us, and I definitely want to be a part of that piece of your life that helps move you to whatever you're trying to get to. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the topic for September. And this month I really wanted to focus on the topic keep pushing, because it is the 9th month out of the year. So we're like in home stretch. We're in that place where it's like, did I complete my goals? Did I start my goals? Like, I haven't even looked at my goals. And for me, I literally was in that spot last year, the year before last, and so on and so forth. And I can honestly say that this is the first year that I have ever felt like I have accomplished at least majority of my goals, and it feels so good. I posted last month, like this time last month when I actually moved to Georgia, I posted what it felt like to not give up. And so that's what I really wanted to kind of portray in this video. And just kind of thinking back to that post, like I'll post it here or something so that you guys can see, but there are so many nights where I honestly went home just crying. I was frustrated. I was like bent out of shape. I was like broke, busted, and disgusted. I didn't understand. Like everything negative that you can think about is how I actually felt. But all I know for a fact is that when I stopped thinking about everything that was going wrong and started thinking about everything that was going right, and I prayed, it literally got me through so much. So my first point for you guys in this keep pushing motivational video is pray. I don't know who you pray to, and honestly, I don't care. That is your personal business. What happens is when you start getting so many like pushbacks, and you start getting pushed down, and you start feeling like nothing's going right, you have to have some piece of like something that makes you want to hold on. And for me, that was definitely prayer. I prayed, I was very open, and I was very honest, because the Lord that I pray to, he knows my heart. Like, I don't have to be fake. I don't have to hide anything. I came to him literally in my rawest form, and I was able to say, Lord, I am confused. Lord, I am frustrated. Lord, I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, you said this and I did this, but I got that. And I was so like transparent that by the end of the time that I finished talking, I felt so much better. And then even so, there were times when I didn't want to talk to the Lord, and I'm just gonna be honest, because I could never have that like feedback, and I can never have that reassurance and that like talk back. But he would put me in positions where I would call all of my friends that I normally like talk to and vent to, and none of them would answer. So it left no other choice but for me to talk directly to him. And you know, once I got in the groove of it, sometimes I didn't want to talk to anybody else but him. And so my view on things completely flipped. So that's my first point. My second point, I'm ashy. I'm always ashy. I don't know why. My second point is reevaluate. Are your goals realistic? What's working, what's not working? Do you have too much on your plate? Can you like fine-tune the things that you want to do? Can you pick basically 2 to 3 things to focus on and then kind of move from that? Sometimes we have goals that are just unrealistic, and sometimes we have too many goals. For me, I was definitely in that spot. If y'all would have saw my, like, I think it was 2017 or 2018. It was 2018. If y'all would have saw my 2018 like vision board, y'all, I had at least like 40 things on there, if not more. And that was a lot of stuff to try to like accomplish and pinpoint and do that. Sometimes when you have so much that you need to do, you get overwhelmed and you do absolutely nothing. And I did that all of 2018. I did nothing, which is why that was the year that I was supposed to move, and I didn't. I didn't move to like the end of 2019. So like I said, can you pick 2 to 3 things or 3 to 4 things that you can focus on? Maybe 5 at most that you can really hone in and focus on, so that you're not overwhelmed by all this stuff that you keep like putting on yourself, all this pressure that you keep putting on yourself. If you can do that, my next point, point 3, is going to be replan. Take those 3 things, those 2 to 3 things, or you know, 2 to 5 things, whatever the case may be for you, and replan. Use what works for you, and just be open to the direction that your God gives you, because sometimes we don't listen, and sometimes we're like, you know what, you said do this, but I'm not quite sure. It's like basically we don't have enough faith in what God will say to do. It's because we don't see the end result. We're just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it this way because I know what's gonna happen this way. But then we end up back up at square one. So definitely exercise your faith and be obedient when you're replanning and strategizing, so that way maybe the plan that you will follow will get you where you want to be, and you just can't see it yet. But if you never give it a chance, how are you going to know how it's actually going to turn out? My final and last point for this keep moving or keep going topic is literally to keep going. I'm talking about show up. I'm talking about give 100%. I'm talking about in your lowest of the lowest of the lowest, like keep pushing, because when you exercise that muscle to persevere, it's nothing, period. It's nothing for you to get up on a bad day. It's nothing for you to get up on a sick day. It's nothing for you to get up after somebody disappointed you, made you mad, made you feel like you ain't nothing. It's nothing for you to get up and keep going hard, because you've done that at your lowest. So at your highest, you're gonna be ready to rock and roll. For me, there was so many days, like, for y'all that don't know, like I picked up a second job and I worked at UPS and I worked at Apple. So I was going from like 1 p.m. to like 4:35 a.m. every single like Monday through Friday. And during that time, I still showed up. I still did what I was supposed to do. I still moved my boxes while I had to move my boxes. And I knew that it was temporary. I didn't know, like, there's so much that I can go into, but I don't want this video to get too long. But while working there, I was in this position of I didn't know anything. I didn't know how I was going to move to Atlanta, because number one, I didn't have a place set up, because the place that I did have kind of fell through. Number two, I didn't know how I was actually going to get to Atlanta, because I didn't have a car just yet. I got into a really bad car wreck. I was waiting on my settlement, hadn't fell through, and so I was in this position of like, am I gonna have to take the mega bus? Am I gonna have to take a plane with just one suitcase? Like, what am I gonna have to do? I also didn't know where I was going to work, because yes, I worked for Apple, but the transfer process was just not as easy as I thought it was going to be. And so I literally had these 3 things or these 4 things that I had no clue how it was going to work out. But I got up, I kept working. In my most frustrating point, I kept going anyway. And that's all I really want for you guys, is to keep going anyway. You may not be able to see the end result, but keep going anyway. If God says this is for you, then it's going to be for you. So keep going anyway. And I just hope that throughout this month, you take some time and re-strategize, so that by the end of the year, at December, you find something that makes you feel whole. You find something that makes you feel like this year came full circle, because the last thing that you want to do is keep pushing your goals year after year into the next year, continuously putting the same goals on that same vision board every single year, because you really didn't hone in and get those done. So I just want to go ahead and wrap this up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is definitely getting dark out here, so like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I want to close it in prayer. So if you guys would like, definitely listen in, but if you don't pray, that's perfectly fine. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to make it to September, because there's so many people that did not make it here. There's so many people that didn't get to see this day. And number one, we just want to say thank you and be grateful for the fact that we are here. That's a blessing in itself. Number two, Lord, I ask that you give us direction. Give us direction, and put us in the paths in which you want us to be in. Lord, help us grow our faith muscle, and help us be able to listen to you and be obedient to you, and just be able to abide by what you tell us to do, so that we can get to where you want us to be, Lord, because we know that you planned our lives before we were actually put onto this earth, and we know that you have our best interests in heart, and Lord, and we know that what you have for us is so much better than what we plan for ourselves. It's so much greater, it's so much better, and it is going to be just something that we couldn't even imagine or think of. Lord, I just want to say that all the people that are hurting because they feel defeated, Lord, take that feeling of defeat away from them. Take that feeling of hurt away from them. Lord, allow them to get on their knees and pray, Lord, and then get on their feet and work. Lord, I ask that you put them to work, Lord. You give them a working spirit, Lord. You give them a spirit of perseverance. You give them a spirit of faith. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Hope y'all have a great month. Definitely do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.